Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're doing another Swiss Khans of Tarkir draft. We've got Trap Essence as rare. I don't think I'm going to first pick that. Kind of got my eye on the ride down. This still leaves me in both Mardu and Jeskai territory, so I'm fine with either of those. All the monocolor stuff is, I think, just not as good as ride down. But I mean, Hooting Mandrills is good, Scavenger is good, Treasure Cruise locks it on there. They're fine. But yeah, let's just take the ride down. It's good removal. I mean, it's pretty bad removal, I would say, if you're not a fairly aggressive deck, since it's kind of specific. But if you're any sort of aggressive deck, which both Jeskai and Mardu are to the extreme, then you're going to be pretty happy getting ride down. Okay. Well, probably Injury is the best card in this pack. Bondkin is on color with the ride down. So is the Aspirant. Between these two, I don't know which one I like more. I think probably the Bondkin, but maybe not in every situation. I'm not sure on that. I mean, Bloodfire Expert's fine too. It's pretty awesome with ride down. But kind of tempted to take the Debilitating Injury. I guess that kind of moves me more into Mardu territory right away. And I kind of want to establish what my colors are now. Do I want to be red-white or do I want to be white-black? It's pretty much one or the other on that as your base colors, I mean. I don't know if Debilitating Injury is worth splashing or Ride Down's worth splashing. So I feel like I'm not going to end up playing either of them if I take them both, but I guess I'm not really passing anything too crazy. Good 2-drops, but I mean the Injury is definitely a powerful card. Alright, let's sort this mess out here. We've got the Caves for some fixing. We have Leaping Master, Hate Blade, Skull Hunter. I like all of these. We have the Injury already. I guess, I don't know which one I like more. Skull Hunter's pretty awesome, but Hate Blade is really awesome too. I'm just a big Mardu Hate Blade fan in general. I like the Skull Hunter too. I think I like both of these options more than the Leaping Master. I like the white-black base more than the red-white base, I think. So, yeah, I mean, it's either the Skull Hunter or the Hate Blade. Do I like the Death Touch or do I like the Make Them Discard more? You know, it's a good question. I really do like Hate Blade a lot. I think I watched LSV take a Skull Hunter over a Hate Blade, and I disagreed with it then, and I'm not going to take the Skull Hunter now because he did. I think I just like this card more. Alright. Well, Dragon Throne, probably the card I've played more than any other drafter in the history of the universe, so there's really not much else at all for us in here besides it. I'm not going to regret missing any of this stuff. None of it is that great for us at all, so I think I'm just going to take the Dragon Throne. You know, could likely not end up playing it, but then again, works pretty good if you got Death Touch. Death Touch Trample is always a nasty little ability mashup. I mean, Hordeling Outburst is a fine card. Are we getting cut in one of the colors? Or is it too early to determine that? Guess I could take the Bondkin. I mean, the only reason I'm really taking it over the Warbehemoth is because it's a warrior. So, if I end up white-black, usually you want some sort of little warrior theme going on. Yeah, I don't really care about anything else in this pack so much, so, alright. Okay, well, here's a Scavenger. So, there's also Smite the Monstrous, which is good, but well, I guess I could take Smite. Smite's pretty reasonable removal for the most part. I think it's a little bit slower than you'd like, but Scavenger actually is just going to be pretty good in here because it's not only a warrior, but I feel like we're going to be burning through cards pretty quick. Like we're going to have a lot of cards in the graveyard early. Unyielding Krumar is good too, but I think Scavenger's probably superior to that. I actually haven't played Smite the Monstrous in a while. It was a card that I just loved in this format early on, and I still think it's good, but I just haven't played it in a while. Well, Leaping Master would be nice. I don't know if... I guess there's still a chance that we're more red-white. I don't need to, nab another Bondkin yet. I could take the Firehoof Cavalry. I have played against it. I don't really like that card all that much. But maybe if I'm going more black-white, I'd rather... I guess if I was going to take a pick in the more black-white route, I might as well just take the Bondkin. Leaping Master, if reds are splash, doesn't seem worth it. I mean, I could just take it in case I'm more red-white, but I don't know if that's the case. All right. Don't need the pet. I think we're just going to take the Rush of Battle, and that's going to help sort of get us into warrior territory a little bit quicker. I mean, currently we're 4 for 4 on warriors, which is definitely makes Rush of Battle better. Wow, Hooting Mandrill's tables. It's kind of surprising. I think we can just take Active Treason. I think Salt Road Patrol's a fine card, but Active Treason wins games, especially if you're trying to be aggressive, so we'll take it. Fine on the splash, in my opinion. None of these cards really matter that much for us. Kind of tempted to just take the Blazebringer to cut red. I think I will do that. I mean, I could be base black-red, but it's going to make... I guess it just makes the Hate Blade the more awkward pick. It might work out. We'll see. Oh, I forgot. Someone told me this already. If I let the timer run out, then it moves all my things. All right, Molting Snakeskin. I think it's a pretty easy pickup. It's a lot of green picks that are late. Goblin Slide. I've yet to make this deck. I mean, it's possible. I don't think it's likely, though. But we'll still take it. Take a Banner. Take a Scheming. And take a Forest. Okay. So pack 1. We're in okay shape. I kind of wish we had some more exciting cards. It's not that our cards are super unexciting. It's just I'd like a little more cohesive, sort of aggressive strategy to make this Warriors thing work. All right, well, there's both Burn Away and Bring Low in here, but kind of feel like we're going to need some more cheap creatures. Tempted to just take the Bondkin, even though it's not a warrior. It's still a fine card. It's a good 2-drop. The one key to winning with aggressive strategies is to be aggressive and have a lot of aggressive things. Makes sense, doesn't it? You can quote me on that one. Let's get Bondkin. I'm digging it. I like 2-drops. Huge fan of Ruthless Ripper. Horde Chief's pretty sick with the Rush of Battle. It's going to make it a little more difficult. And there's, geez, could there be more good picks for us in here? I want all of this. I want the Ripper. I want the Injury. I want the Horde Chief. Honestly, want it all. I mean, Horde Chief's going to work best with both Rush of Battle and Dragon Throne. Debilitating Injury is probably just the best card, but Ruthless Ripper is very good too. I think I'm going to take the Injury just because I think this card is so good. But maybe we table a Take-Up Arms. I'd actually be pretty happy with that, but I don't think we're tabling the other cards that I want out of here. So, Injury it is. Ooh. Mardu Charm. It's a nice pickup. Just passing a Krumar and an Arrow Storm and an Active Treason. So, nothing I care too much about. Let's just take the Charm. Alright. Bring Low is pretty reasonable removal, so I can take that. Not really passing much else. Alright. Ancestor is definitely a warrior, but Bondkin's a little more aggressive, which I think I'm looking for. Warname Aspirant's red, otherwise that would be likely worthy as well. It is a warrior, but I think I'm just going to take a second Bondkin. Yeah, I think that's right. I like warrior picks, but these are just I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the disowned ancestor. The more I've played, I've come to like it a little bit less. That's a late charm, but I think we're definitely in unyielding Krumar territory here. Get a nice hill giant warrior. All right, I think we can. Oh, well, I was gonna say throttle, but I think we're actually in ponyback brigade. We're more of a ponyback brigade deck because of the rush of battle, and maybe we'll see another trumpet blast. Although a little less good on the splash. Let's get rid of the goblin slide. I just don't think we're doing that. I'd like to not do the blazebringer. Everything else seems fine. I can eventually cut snakeskin, but I've played it before. Easy ponyback brigade, I think. Ooh, 2 of them? Yeah, I'm going to take that over the student. We'll go deep on these ponybacks. So now much more likely to splash. Either, yeah, I could easily play 2 rush of battles. Ponyback is still very good with the Dragon Throne. I know Dragon Throne is slow, but I mean, you get a Bondkin out there, you outlast once, and you've basically got a little overrun on a stick, which is really good. Even if you have a 2-power guy, +2/+2 and trample to a bunch of tokens is very powerful. Let's ditch the banner too. I'd likely not play that. Dazzling Ramparts, not really feeling it. Just in case I'm short on creatures, I think I'll take the Cavalry, but I don't really like it all that much. I don't have much raid either, because I passed that Horde Chief for a, what did I pass it for? Injury. I don't regret that, but I mean, I wish I got both. Guess we'll take a secret for sideboard maybe. Going deep on Cavalries, yeah. I mean, if you're aggressive, you want to be a pretty creature-centric deck. It's a lot of Cavalries. I guess Flock's probably a better card in general. People just don't care about the 2-drops. All right. Well, I mean, our deck looks good. Double Injury, Mardu Charm, Bring Low. And we have a lot of removal. We have the Ponyback Brigade, so we actually have the strategy already. We've got a Dragon Throne and a Rush of Battle. I could go for one more Rush of Battle, and I think we'll be pretty good. What do we got out of here that I can play? Not much, huh? I mean, Dead Drop's a fine card. I feel like I'm going to have a pretty hard time playing it in this deck. I just don't think there's really anything else for us. I mean, I'd almost like anything other than Dead Drop, but I think we're just going to take Dead Drop. I mean, we're running an 8-land deck, or 18-land rather, so I guess theoretically we can make it work, but we got to put a lot of cards in the graveyard fast in order to adequately play this card. So it's not always going to be easy. Yeah, I mean, otherwise it's what, a Sage-Eye Harrier, which is a warrior, but not a very good one. I guess we just take the Dead Drop. What do we got next? Heart Piercer seems correct. Certainly worthy of splashing. Rite of the Serpent is in here as well, but I think Heart Piercer is a little bit better. We actually do need some fixing, though. We have 0 currently, and we actually have a reasonable amount of red spells, so considering this is the last pack, right? Yeah, I guess I should probably take... I want this Heart Piercer. I have no fixing in my deck. I got to get a couple pieces. I can't just bake on seeing it. There's our Raider Spoils. That's beautiful. That's like the perfect card for our deck. That gives us the best of every world, since now we have a Dragon Throne, Rush of Battle, and a Raider Spoils. That's pretty awesome. So, taking it over the Scoured Barrens. Taking it over the War Shrieker, which I think is probably fine on the splash. Not great, but certainly fine on the splash. Swift Spear, it's red. It seems less exciting in this. So it's either Student or a 3rd Bondkin. I can go super deep on Bondkins, I guess, but it's definitely a creature. I mean, I'd like the Rite of the Serpent too, but I think and look at how crappy our creatures are so bad right now. So many Calvaries. I mean, I guess they do get better with spoils, but they're not even warriors, which sucks. Um, if I take the student, it's basically just because I need another 2-drop creature. I'm just short on 2-drop creatures. I'm going to take the student. Ordinarily, they're pretty awful in warrior decks, but I don't like the idea of running 3 Krumar Bondkins. They're just mediocre enough where I don't like that. All right, I think we could easily take Trumpet Blast at this point. It's rewarding us for playing all these horrible Firehoof Cavalries, but the problem is we're just so short on creatures right now. I think I gotta take the Sage Eye Harrier. Harrier is at least good with the Raider spoils in a very synergistic, beneficial way. But I mean, I need 15 creatures. If I can't even get 15 creatures, we don't even have a deck. I do not like playing aggressive if I don't have at least 15 creatures. So I'll take the Sage Eye Harrier, I guess. Now, why did it move it again? What is that all about? What do we take out of here? I think we can take another Rush of Battle, I guess. I could probably play the Rush of Battles over the Dragon Throne pretty easily in here. Otherwise, Canyon Lurkers, but let's take the Rush of Battle. Dragon Grip, Dutiful Return, Tormenting Voice. I'm not playing any of it. I think I'm just going to hate a Grizzly. Could also hate a Treasure Cruise. That card's pretty good. I'll hate the Cruise, I think. Alright. Smite the Monstrous. No, we're going to take Scavenger number 2. Kind of need him. We already have to make some cuts. Is that right? Jeez. Let's cut the Dragon Throne. Let's cut the Snakeskin. Maybe we cut the Act of Treason. What's Scavenger doing over there? Here, geez, Villainous Wealth Tables. I kind of want the Erase for sideboard, but I'm trying to think of what enchantments are the nastiest. Any of those Ascendancies, actually, yeah. So I'm going to take the Erase for sideboard, but actually I don't want to lose to Villainous Wealth. It's just too annoying to lose against. And the Ascendancy tabled anyway, so that's fine. I'll hate that. It's actually a fine card. War Shrieker I'll take, and I don't actually, I was going to say try and play, but we ended up getting 1 land, so I'm glad I got my 1 land. I don't know how I'm going to make it work, to be honest. I'm going to have to figure that out. Alright, well, we got 15 creatures, 3 of which are awful. Just awful. I hate Firehoof Cavalries, but they're going to be a lot more playable in a deck that runs double Rush of Battle with Raider spoils, so it's a lot of pump effects, which makes them slightly better. But yeah, this deck is not good. This deck's not good, mostly just because I'm looking at 3 Firehoof Cavalries, and 3 Firehoof Cavalries I sort of need to play. Let me sort it again. Maybe I can find some way to I don't know, cut them, because they are just not good. I hate this card. Let's move our Morph. Yeah, I mean, I guess the one perk is what? That they can die and make my Scavenger cheaper. Dead Drop's in here. I gotta take Dead Drop out. I don't know how I get to 10 mana easily enough. Not with double Scavenger in here. It just seems too difficult. So I need to make one more cut to make an 18 land deck. I guess it really can't be a creature, but then again, I don't know if it can be any other spell either. I mean, I guess I can play 17 lands, but my fixing is just so awful. And I gotta hit red sources. What's my removal if I cut Bring Low? What do I have? 1 Hate Blade, which isn't even removal. Double Injury, Ride Down, Mardu Charm. That's not bad. It's not bad. It's just not very good. I think I cut the Bring Low. My red is just so bad. Let's am I gonna have to run 3 mountains? Is that the plan? Yeah. I think we're gonna do 18 lands, 3 mountains. I only have 4 red spells, 2 of which are morph, which makes it a little bit better. So we'll do Windscarred Crag plus 3 mountains, which they say 2. I do have more white than black, and I have the Windscarred Crag, so 8 sources of white, 7 sources of black, 4 sources of red. This deck's pretty bad. This might be one of the worst I've run in the format. Yeah, I mean, it's just real mediocre looking. But I've won with mediocrity before. It's just... This deck is certainly mediocre. Nothing bomby. Yeah, basically we just win by pumping out a bunch of horrible creatures and then rush of battling at a timely moment. So, I mean, it is a plan. It will work. I've lost against decks not quite as bad as this, but close. So, I mean, it's possible. I can't really add any more red spells. I don't feel comfortable doing that. Not when we have one actual piece of fixing. Yeah, I guess we're running it like this. That is so many Calvaries. I hope they pleasantly surprise me, but really don't think they will. No, I think we were just competing. I think what happened is I shouldn't have. It just so happens I attempted this too early, and I think we were getting cut pretty bad, or I don't know. Hopefully we were getting cut. I don't know how else that we would explain not seeing much better warriors. I mean, we are just very short on good warriors in this deck. So there's a chance that we could win the draft. I think it's fairly low. I don't feel very confident at all with this deck, but we'll see how it does. So I guess we'll see you guys round 1.